What if Goku was a girl and had the potential of Frieza? So I'm gonna skip through all of Dragon Ball. It's kind of, just her blitzing through the whole Dragon Ball verse, right? Just know her power level is, by the end of Dragon Ball, is like 5,000, which is, it's just fine, right? The potential of Frieza, really, come on, it's definitely like 5,000. So yeah, the time skip before Dragon Ball Z, right? It's just her training with Piccolo, and or training Piccolo, I guess, because she's already so much stronger than Piccolo, so she herself didn't really gain much power, but she still got really strong thanks to Frieza's potential. But yeah, so when Raditz shows up, she's probably like a good power level of like 10,000, which is crazy, to be honest. Like, but Piccolo is a good like 1,000, and I'm only saying that so Raditz could beat him, so Goku could come and save him. You know what I mean? But so yeah, before Raditz kills Piccolo, Goku shows up and grabs Raditz's arm and crushes it, and Raditz is completely shocked, and then sees who did that to him, and it was his little sister. And he starts telling her about who she is, that she's a Saiyan, and that she conquers planets, and they need her help for a specific planet that's too strong even for them. So they need a fourth Saiyan. But she declines. She refuses to go with them. So Raditz obviously gets mad, and by the way, Raditz cannot sense how strong she is. So she obviously Raditz gets mad and charges at his little sister, and she easily dodges it and slams Raditz to the floor, and Raditz is bleeding out. Could barely breathe, right? And then obviously, stuff happens, and she decides to spare Raditz, and Raditz ends up destroying his scouter before telling her that there will be two Saiyans just as strong as, no, more stronger than she is, to come destroy this planet. And he's right. Nappa and Vegeta will be going to Earth. So they prepare. And because Goku didn't die this time, she won't be going to King Kai. But Kami would have heard all of this and invited all of them to the lookout to train in the hyperbolic time chamber. And obviously this is Frieza's potential we're talking about. Frieza's potential, okay? So once, obviously, Raditz and Goku, they will both have a lot to catch up on either way, so they will both go together in the hyperbolic time chamber. And at first Raditz was a little bit stubborn. He would go train on his own until half a year in. He would train with Goku. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because, well, I want her to be so much more stronger than everybody else. I love OP stuff. I just love it. So, which is why I want her to be so much more stronger than everybody else. So, either way, this whole story is just her one-shotting everybody. So, yeah. So once they leave the hyperbolic time chamber, Raditz has a power level of like 100,000, which is crazy. But thanks to Goku, that's why he's that strong. And Goku, she has a power level of 100 million. Yes, 100 million. Okay, come on. And I feel like that makes sense. Frieza's potential, come on. Obviously, Piccolo and Krillin going together, and Piccolo has a power level of like 50,000. Krillin has a power level of like 10, right? 10,000. The Saiyans arrive, and obviously they release a Cyberman. And like I said earlier, they cannot sense their power levels. Saiyans don't know how yet. So they can't sense their power levels. So the Cybermen get destroyed pretty easily. And Nappa gets angry and charges at Krillin. And Krillin is obviously beating Nappa. And while that's going on, Vegeta wants to fight Raditz because of the betrayal that Raditz did to him, right? Betraying Vegeta. And Raditz also wants to fight him because of all the bossing around Vegeta did to him. So obviously Raditz is completely destroying Vegeta. Krillin is destroying Nappa, and for a last resort, they release a fake moon, and Nappa turns into a great ape. Same with Vegeta, and Nappa starts destroying Krillin. Krillin is fighting for his life, and then Piccolo had to jump in and start fighting Nappa. Nappa and Piccolo are on the same power level right now. They are both equally matched. Same with Raditz and Vegeta. 4 of those fighters are fairly matched, right? But because Piccolo was busy trying to protect the other Z fighters, and the reason why he would do this is because this Piccolo is a lot more softer, much more sweeter, nicer than the original, because of female Goku, because she was training with him and training him the entire time of the time skip before the Saiyans arrived. See, so he turned to a good person really early. So, and because of that, trying to protect the Z fighters, Piccolo got caught off guard by Nappa, and a beam of light struck right in through his chest and killed Piccolo. Goku sensed this. They were pretty far away from each other, so Goku didn't know what was going on the other side of the fight. All she knew was that she sensed Piccolo and Kami's life force fading. She quickly rushed to the battle scene where Piccolo was dying, and she saw Piccolo's corpse, basically. She got really angry, really mad, really sad, started tearing up, and before Nappa could even say anything, his head was chopped clean off. Pretty easily, no remorse. This Goku is much more different than the original. Because she's a girl, she's a little bit more smarter, more cautious, more caring, and even more protective. Because, well, she's more sweeter, obviously, so it just makes her get more angry when something really dear to her is taken from her. So, which is why she has less remorse, less mercy in this story. But despite the situation, she still leaves. She still goes to see how Raditz is doing. Raditz starts getting overpowered by Great Ape Vegeta. So, but before anything could happen, Krillin throws a destructible disc and cuts off Vegeta's tail out of anger for killing Piccolo. Vegeta is now out of his Great Ape form, and Raditz is about to kill Vegeta, but Goku tells Raditz to spare him. And Vegeta asks, "Why would you want to spare me? We killed your friend." And Goku is like, she said, "Because I see a better man in you than on the outside." Before Vegeta could say anything, Mr. Popo shows up with a message from Kami. His last words said to go to planet Namek, that there are Dragon Balls there, and you could wish Piccolo back to life and Kami. Goku, her eyes lit up. She was sad the entire time when she was talking to Vegeta. Like I said, she's much more caring in this story. So, but her eyes lit up even more after hearing this good news. So, Vegeta left to go heal. He was badly injured. However, he had a Goku in his thoughts, in his mind. How caring yet so powerful she was. Even though he didn't see her fight, he could tell how powerful she is. Because somebody like that could be so calm during a whole battlefield, just there standing or farming, right? How could someone stand there with no facial expressions the whole time, just watching closely, just there without any fear, without making any expression, just there or farming, right? Just watching. How can she just be so calm when her life could be in danger? That alone told him enough that she was strong. Not just with mind, but with body as well, with strength. So Bulma ends up building a spaceship with a gravity room for Raditz, because obviously Raditz and Bulma are a thing in this story. They already had a kid named Trunks. Already, yes. Within that year of the Saiyans, Raditz already did some work. But yeah. Or at least the baby was just born too. So great timing. Bulma could make the spaceship with a gravity room in it. So yeah. So Krillin, Raditz, and Bulma head to Namek. Goku doesn't go because she gets a telepathic call from King Kai telling her to everything about Frieza and what he's done, how powerful he is. He tells Goku to come to his planet to train. King Kai already knows how strong she is. He could tell the power in her. But despite that, he wants to be cautious. He wants to be cautious, right? So he still invites her to his planet to get even more stronger than she already is. So she goes to his planet. While that's going on, the Z fighters, they're already in Namek, getting the Dragon Balls. Same with Vegeta, because obviously Vegeta is also on planet Namek, searching for the Dragon Balls. So the same thing happens like in canon. The Ginyu Force, except this time the Ginyu Force get destroyed without Goku's help. They get destroyed. Vegeta is also helping them, right? Because they all need to stay away from Frieza. They're all trying to hide from Frieza the whole time. Even Raditz. Raditz is powerful, but he's not stronger than Frieza. By this time, Raditz has a power level of 1 million, which is crazy, yes. Because he did get his potential unlocked by Elder Guru. Same with Krillin. Krillin has a power level of 100,000 or more. I just know that Krillin is like a little bit stronger than the original. So I don't really know his power level, so just know he's a little bit stronger. Raditz has a power level of 1 million. Vegeta has a power level of like a 500,000, right? So the fight begins with Frieza. Vegeta ends up beating Frieza's first form. Barely, just barely. And then Frieza turns into a second form. And then Raditz has to show up. Or Raditz has to come in and help fight Frieza, and they overpower him. And then Frieza releases his third form, and then it's a battle. It's really a battle this time until Frieza releases his final form, and they're all in awe. They're all scared how much more stronger he is now. They could sense the power. So yeah, it was just a total beatdown. Frieza was just destroying them all until Goku shows up. She just shows up out of nowhere. Frieza is confused. They're all shocked just because of the right timing, and they see how powerful she has become. They could feel the power. They're all shocked. Frieza is shocked because out of nowhere, she's just right in front of him. The rest are shocked because of how powerful she is. Frieza cannot sense power levels. He cannot sense how powerful she is. Goku asks him one time to leave the planet and never return. Frieza declines. So they start yapping and all blah 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 whatever. And they start fighting. Frieza throws the first punch, and just like how Broly did, she just ate it. Didn't phase her at all. And Frieza's final form's punch, nothing. Goku didn't feel anything. She did not feel a thing. Frieza then charges more power. Nothing. Again, nothing. Again, nothing. Then Frieza releases his full power. All of it. And nothing. Again, nothing. The whole time she was just there standing. Or farming, right? was just there. Staring at Frieza. She then goes, "Are you done yet?" Frieza gets angered. And then Frieza lifts up Vegeta and blows him up. So yeah, she gets angered by this. The reason why she gets so angry is because before all of that happened, Vegeta was telling Goku about everything about Frieza, how he enslaved them, everything, how evil he is, that he took his family, and everything like that. So she felt bad. So, and just as he was talking, he just blew him up just like that. So Vegeta is dead now. So Goku ends up turning Super Saiyan. Right? He gets angry, he gets sad, crying. Or she gets sad, she's crying. She turns Super Saiyan. And Frieza is scared for his life. And before he could blink, Frieza's head is on the floor. Frieza is dead. She completely destroyed Frieza. Angered, saddened. It's because Frieza is dead and the fight was quickly ended. The planet is not in danger. They have all the time in the world for a wish on the Dragon Balls. So they wish for Piccolo to come back to life. They wish for Vegeta to come back to life. And whatever other wish, right? Vegeta then asks, "Why did you bring me back to life?" And before anything else could happen, she then goes to Vegeta's arms and starts crying because of how terribly sorry she was that she should have killed Frieza more quickly. She should have killed Frieza more quickly. And that she's sorry that she didn't save him in time. That she should have just killed him instead of letting him power up and get more angry. Vegeta is blushing a little bit, just a little bit, little blushing, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, and then a little bit awkward, but it's all good. So yeah, then they all go to Earth, including Vegeta, and then future Gohan is there, not Trunks, because future Gohan is the son of Goku, female Goku, and Vegeta. So future Gohan is confused because Frieza is not there and all that stuff, whatever, right? And then, obviously, whatever. And then he gives Goku the medicine, and he tells her he's from the future, that the androids killed everyone. And then Goku's like, what about me? Did I not save anybody? Where am I? And future Gohan says, you're dead. The heart virus killed you. Which is why I gave you that medicine that you need to take for a whole year. In this world, there's no cure. But in my timeline, there is. So, Goku then thanks future Gohan. Vegeta gets a little jealous, but, Vegeta, you probably shouldn't be jealous for this one, because it's a little weird. But yeah. Saiyans do love strong women, so yeah, whatever. And then, obviously, future Gohan leaves. A year passes, and within those 9 months, guess what happens? Or 10 months, or whatever, 11 months. However long it takes. Goku, she gives birth to Gohan. The father is Vegeta. Obviously, Vegeta is more caring and protective in this story because he is married to Goku. Yes, they're married. They had a whole marriage and everything, so. Yes, so Vegeta isn't that stubborn. He's not prideful. He doesn't see Goku as a rival. Regardless, Goku, she is much more stronger than he is. Way more stronger. I haven't even said how strong she truly is. Just know that she one punches everybody in the show, basically. Not everybody yet, at least, but everybody in Dragon Ball Z is nothing. Literally nothing. So yeah. So the androids show up, right? Goku stays behind with the baby because she doesn't see a reason to go. She's just so much more stronger that she's kind of like there, you know what I mean? She's gonna let Vegeta and Raditz handle it, since they are much stronger now. So Vegeta did achieve Super Saiyan now, in a much stronger version of Super Saiyan 2. So, yeah. A much stronger version of Super Saiyan 2. Not Super Saiyan 2, just a stronger version of Super Saiyan. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, they defeat the androids. Well, no, they don't, actually. But then Cell comes along and absorbs the androids, right? Krillin is saddened. Krillin is heartbroken that his girl got absorbed. And then Perfect Cell emerges, and then Goku can sense it. And then she goes and tells Vegeta to come with her to the hyperbolic time chamber. And they go to the hyperbolic time chamber and train for a whole year, come back. And Goku ends up just one-shotting Cell. Yeah. That's literally what would happen. I'm not even kidding. Like, this is Frieza's potential after all. So it's like, really, this is how it would go. Do not let her train. Don't let her train, and you'll win. But you're over here letting her train just because you think you're perfect. Like, bruh, do not let her train, bruh. Don't let her train. Because you had a chance to defeat her, right? Perfect Cell had a chance to defeat Goku right now, but because he also has the same cells as her, right? Frieza's cells, right? The the whole, Frieza potential thing. You had the same ones, but you were unaware of his potential, so you let her train. And there you go, you got blitzed because of it. So yeah, they all celebrate, and then 7-year time skip to the Buu saga. Supreme Kai is gonna have a heart attack. He's gonna have a big heart attack. How strong these Saiyans are. So Buu, obviously the Bora and Babidi get enough energy they need for Buu to hatch. Way more than enough. Because of how strong they are now, right? So, yeah, Buu is hatched. Raditz is fighting the Bora. Just toying with the Bora, right? And Vegeta is fighting Buu. And in sync, they both die. They both get killed. Buu and Babidi and the Bora, they're all dead. Supreme Kai is shocked. Supreme Kai is having a heart attack right now because of how powerful these Saiyans are. But yeah. Time skip to Beerus. There's really nothing else to the story, to be honest. Everybody gets one-shotted. Yeah. Time skip. Goku is on Earth, right? When Beerus shows up this time, because she is not only just a mother, not only is she a mother, it's also her best friend's birthday, Bulma, so she needs to be there, and she's a girl, so she isn't that stupid to just be on a freaking different dimension. You know what I mean? While her best friend's birthday is going on. So Beerus shows up. Since, there's really nothing else. Since Buu is dead, there's really nothing that could anger Beerus. But let's just say something happens, right? Let's say fucking Oolong made him angry or some shit, right? And trying to fight everybody, but Goku stops him. And Beerus is kind of like, what? Because how fast she did it, too. Beerus was asking about the Super Saiyan God when he got there, but he didn't get any answers. They were all just kind of like, nope, never heard of it. They were curious on what it was, but none of the Saiyans ever heard of it. Because this Goku isn't, trying to find a fight, really, to be honest, because she's already so strong. She doesn't really care. She's a girl, so she's more smarter. So she isn't really, stupid enough to just fight a random guy, you know what I mean, that claims to be God, you know what I mean? She's not going to do all that. She would only fight when she is threatened or her friends are threatened. That's it. But now her friends are threatened. So Beerus was shocked when she stopped his hand from throwing an attack. Because of how fast she was, Beerus stepped back, and they started fighting. And guess what? Beerus lost pretty easily. They had a pretty decent fight, but that lasted a couple seconds. But Beerus then got hit to the floor and couldn't get up anymore. Whis was shocked with how strong she is, how strong Goku was. After all the yapping stopped, Whis offered to train her on Beerus' planet. Vegeta tagged along as well. Same with Raditz. They all tagged along. So, next thing you know, Frieza's return. Yay. So Frieza gets revived, all that stuff, right? Comes back as Golden Frieza. However, this time, this Golden Frieza actually trained to perfect the golden form. Right? Because of how strong Goku was. But it still wasn't enough because Frieza got destroyed by Goku once again. Actually, no, by Vegeta. Yeah, Vegeta deserves his win, this dub. So Vegeta completely destroyed. Well, no, not completely destroyed, but it was a pretty decent fight between Vegeta and Frieza. Raditz was kind of mad because he wanted to fight Frieza too, but like he was kind of like whatever. It's not much of a fight if we both jump in, right? So whatever. So yeah, Vegeta had Super Saiyan Blue already, but a much stronger version than the original because of thanks to Goku being there. Yeah, boom, Frieza's dead. So yeah. And by the way, this Goku is probably as strong as like 30, 40, no, 50% of Whis' power. 50%. This right now Goku is 50% of Whis' power. Full power Goku is that much strong. It's that strong. She is that strong. Then Champa shows up, Universe 6 versus Universe 7. There's not much to say there other than they get destroyed, right? And then Zeno shows up and obviously becomes friends with Goku still, right? And he gives her a button where he can summon him whenever she wants, right? So yeah. And then Goku Black shows up. Future Gohan comes and tries to fight off his own mom. But Vegeta stops him and be like, "What are you doing, bro?" And he's like, "My bad." So they all wonder why he did that, and then the proof shows up himself. Goku Black. A female Goku, but in black. Just as strong as she is. They fight off, they spar or whatever, right? And yeah. So they go into Future Gohan's timeline. And they realize that they are losing. Even Goku's losing. She's losing. For the first time, she's losing. She got beaten. They had to run away. But like I said, do not let her train. Do not let her train. Don't let her train. Do not let her train, bro. She'll come back stronger than ever. And guess what? She beats Goku Black. But because he's immortal, or she's immortal, she turns into the universe, right? Like, I don't know how she did that, but she turned into a universe. And then Goku realizes that there's nothing she could do, so she calls Zeno. And Zeno erases the whole universe. Just like that. So yeah, that's the end of Goku Black. And then the Tournament of Power comes. Yep. There's really not much to the Tournament of Power. Just kind of blitzing everybody. Everybody's so much stronger. And Goku is just not even... Goku is just different. Goku's literally has the strength of an angel right now. Goku is literally like as strong as Whis, or even stronger. It's just how much stronger he is. So yeah, the Tournament of Power comes, and it's Goku, Vegeta, Raditz, Piccolo, Krillin, Android, 18 and 17 because Cell puked them out, right? And then freaking they revive Frieza just because they need numbers, right? Master Roshi, and then fucking Tien or some shit like that. So yeah. And it all goes the same, However, Goku or Kefla and Caulifla would be in awe with Goku. They see another female Saiyan and someone as strong as her. And they could tell just how strong she is, because how the amount of confidence she has standing in an arena full of warriors. She looks like the most confident of them all, even more confident than Jiren. Jiren, if anything, is just staring at Goku. He realizes that this tournament won't be as easy as he thinks. Jiren, low-key, has a sweat coming down his forehead just by looking at her. The amount of strength she has. He's low-key scared just by looking at her. So, because of that reason, she is now the most confident warrior in the whole arena. And Kel and Khalifa see this. I think I called her Kefla earlier, right? I think I did. Well, not yet, at least. But Kel and Khalifa see her, and they're actually respect her way more this time. In the original, they were kind of rude, but they respect this Goku, because she's a female just like them. She's a girl. But they also claim they will not go easy on her, just acting cocky. So the Tournament of Power would go the same, just a lot less struggle, just more easier, right? Piccolo ends up becoming Orange Piccolo in the Tournament of Power, right? This Orange Piccolo comes early. Ultra Vegito comes early. Let's say it was Vegeta and Jiren instead of Goku and Jiren. Because Goku is like, what the fucking... There's nothing... It's really... This story has to end already, because there's no fight Goku would be in. I guess I would just say Goku versus Jiren again, then fuck it. Because I wanted to say Vegeta, because that'll be more of a fair fight, but at the same time, this story might as well be Goku just sitting back while everybody fights. But yeah. Obviously, Goku goes towards Jiren. She stares him in his eyes and they lock. Jiren low-key has a sweat coming down his face. Just like in the original, and Goku had a sweat coming down his face before they fought. It's the opposite. Jiren is the one sweating this time. So when they fight, when the fight starts, well, just know it's Jiren getting tossed around. And just it ends as quickly as it started. Jiren is now knocked out of the ring. I'm not even kidding. He powered up and everything. Nothing could have. Nothing he could have done. Kefla comes in. They fuse together, right? Nothing comes. Nothing happens. They also get destroyed by Goku. Everybody else is kind of... Some people even give up. Jump off the arena themselves. Because how much stronger Goku is. And that's the end. She was just too strong for everybody. Just completely too strong. So, yeah. Kind of lame, but my first what if, so whatever. Just nothing else. I'm not a good storyteller. I'm just here yapping, to be honest, and this is like my third try doing this. Like, I recorded a whole what if earlier, and then my phone died, and then my recording just deleted. I was like literally like 40 minutes in of recording nonstop, and then without any cuts or nothing, and then my phone dies, and then my recording just deletes. Which is why this story right here that you just heard, it feels really like rushed. Well, not rushed, but like more of like... Because it's not rushed, trust me. This is not rushed. There's just nothing I could say here. Because Goku is just that much stronger. So there's nothing I could say, you know what I mean? Just other than just her one-shotting everybody. So it's like nothing I could say. But it's more of like... kind of like tired when I'm talking. Like more like exhausted. And like unmotivated, like just not motivated at all. And it sounds like that because got done recording a whole what if, and I ended up deleting. So now I have to re-say everything again, out of the top of my head, right? From my brain, I had to re-say everything because I don't have anything written down, so I have to kind of remember everything I said. I'm not really good at explaining like the little or story or telling, right? Or storytelling about, funny moments or cute moments or romance moments. I'm kind of just more focused on the fighting because I'm not really good at storytelling yet. I'm kind of just yapping, to be honest, but yeah. So yeah, I'll be going now. This was my first what if, so don't be too harsh on me, whoever heard this. All right, it's my first video as well, not just first what if, first video. So yeah, okay, whatever. Bye now.